been a while since we've done this shit. One that isn't like based on a meeting.
Yeah.
It's just like a chill. We haven't done this since the press kit thing.
Yeah.
At least like one where it's like just us like actually talking about shit, and everybody here just witnessing this crap.
Yeah. You're right. And that was back when we originally recorded the Drawn Together movie stuff. So
yeah, that's coming soon. Oh no. Well, yeah. Well, we already did the video, but the reaction, whenever that'll be.
I don't know if we can post it though because of copyright crap. Because Drawn Together is notoriously really bad for copyright stuff, unless you make a negative review of it. Then it seems to be okay. Because I've had no problem with the season 3.
The season 3, the movie hasn't had problems as far as I'm aware, at least as of now. But like when he did that video that he edited by himself, which is him praising one of the episodes, it was just like, oh no, you can't do that. Well, you can't do that, and he kept trying over and over again.
Yeah,
like was like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah,
fuck you. You can't do that.
They don't want people to watch anything that says, "Hey, go check it out and give it a chance. It's unfairly judged." So I guess they want people to be negative. I mean, I could cover more season 3 if they want. I don't want. I've already said everything that needs to be said about that.
Yeah, you'd be beating a dead horse at this point.
Yeah, they already did that enough in Adult Party cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember way back when that thing was brand new and we're like, whoa, 100,000 views, man, this is crazy.
What? God, that was a crazy time.
Yeah, but so some fun for you guys out there. Billy pointed this out. Was it a week ago that just recently was our 2-year anniversary of the Haunted World of El Super Bisto, which was your start here on this channel.
It was my start because you considered mixing it. I think because you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that because you were telling me the idea before, and I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. And then you were like, well, I don't know now. I don't think it's a good idea. And I'm like, no, I want. Like, I think I even like just was so pissed off at the idea. Like, you know what? I have a software. I could do it by myself. If God have that happen, make it actually happen by myself. If you're not willing to just export and do it yourself, you lazy bastard. So then here I did that, and yeah, that was the video.
Someone asks if I'm gay. No, I'm not. Sorry.
I'm not either. So in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
So.
And hello everybody out there. Good to see you all. I'm not gay, but Xander is. And I voiced Xander for the upcoming Drawn Together video, so I guess that technically means I'm gay now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so the Drawn Together video, that is now the 20K special. The 15 one is going to take a little bit longer. Our editor, who is doing this one, because we have a side editor, and, she does good work, but, it takes a little bit of time. And it's worth the wait, I'd say. She's the same one that did the Jesse Ventura one, by the way. So if you're interested in checking that out, please do, because it's one of our least viewed videos here on this channel.
And it's amazing. I love the video, personally.
And if you're tired of hearing like a bunch of political stuff, don't worry. I spew no political beliefs in that entire video. What am I, Animat? Yeah, I've not seen Fairly Otter. I have no plans on it, and I think both of us like Duckman, right?
Duckman. I like Duckman.
Duckman, woo!
That's not the right song, you dick.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Everyone knows that's the Duckman theme song. The Nostalgia Critic told me so. And he's always right. Does anyone even watch the Nostalgia Critic anymore?
I know some people who do.
Because I saw one of his videos pop up on like the bobbleheads moving, like, seen it, I hate everything. I don't need to watch this. I keep forgetting that guy exists, honestly, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, because you took a lot from him, like in your old days.
Yeah, I used to love that guy. And like I can get past most of the not so awesome document stuff, because whether you really like it or not, any of the stuff they did, which most people don't, a lot of it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, although he did treat people poorly. It's just the Justin Carmichael stuff, like how he knew about that and then still paraded him as a hero for views. That was disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
And again, it's like he fully knew what he was doing. He absolutely did that on purpose, which I don't really care for. By the way, guys, this Saturday is going to be Character Quest on Kenny McCormick from South Park.
Rob Schneider is Kenny.
Kenny
PG routine. That is a spot-on impression right there. Wow.
So, did I ever tell you how I got introduced to South Park?
I don't think no.
I was 6 years old.
Okay.
And I was staying overnight at my grandpa's farm, and he was watching the episode Starvin' Marvin, and he's like, "Well, hey, why don't you sit down with me and my." She's not my grandma, but she was like my step grandma, I guess, because he remarried.
Yeah.
She's like, no, he's too young to watch that. He's like, yeah, what harm could it do? And then, like, after 3 minutes, he's like, yeah, I guess maybe this really isn't for you. Why don't you go in the other room with your cousin? It was like at 8 at night or however long it was, because I think he had the DVD or something.
Okay.
Because I remember I walked in when Kenny was in that kind of like air tunnel full of all the cans.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I miss that guy. Yeah, he passed on, when was it? July?
Yeah.
Yeah. He always had a great sense of humor. And he'd always, like, push people's buttons just for fun. Let's see. What do we think of Code Lyoko? I haven't seen it in a long time.
Well, what was it again?
Code Lyoko?
Totally, I don't know what that is.
It was a Magoozy show on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Let's see. Yeah, people are saying don't see the new Fairly Odd Parents. Don't worry, we won't.
I don't care.
Yeah. He doesn't like Fairly Odd Parents. I'm of the opinion that a little bit of it goes a long way. Like, you watch 1 or 2 episodes and that's kind of enough. And which is a shame, because I have a lot of VHS tapes with it on. I actually have a tape of Channel Chasers. I might have been the premiere. I don't know. I can't tell. And Channel Chasers, I will argue, is like legit good, and that's where the show should have ended. No Poof, no Sparky, none of that. Sorry, Foop fans out there, we do not need that guy. Favorite, least favorite SpongeBob character? Favorite is Patchy, and least favorite, new Mr. Krabs.
I don't know. I would. It's kind of difficult for me. I love almost all the characters like on an equal level. 'Cause it's hard to really compare because they work on so many different levels. But God, if I had to choose, probably Tom, of the chocolate guy, the laced ice drink man. What did you do to my drink?
You what?
Yeah, I'd probably say Tom. Like, he's probably my favorite. He's just like a whole other mood.
Chocolate? Did you say chocolate? Yes, sir. With or without nuts. Chocolate? Have you seen Mission Hill? Absolutely. I've seen, I think, every episode.
I still have yet to see it.
You've never seen Mission Hill?
No, I haven't. Wow.
Well, you got to get on that.
Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff that I just have never seen. Like, that's one of them. I have seen Code Monkeys, though. That one's okay.
What are our favorite TV shows? Mine is, of course, Dave the Barbarian, but if we're not counting that, Simpsons. I gotta go with that.
It's hard for me because I don't really watch a lot of. I'm only now just starting to get back. We'll really get into TV, but
yeah,
the only ones I really watched, Simpsons, but that's not really like my top favorite. I'm more of a South Park guy myself, but if we're really going for that, I don't know. I can't really say. It's let's just go with South Park for simplicity right now, because my favorite show changes depending on what I'm watching.
Yeah.
So if I'm like really into a show, that's my favorite for the time being. It rotates with stuff like The Middle and Superstore, like all that kind of stuff.
So you're saying your favorite's League of Super Evil?
Yes.
What a disappointment that show turned out to be.
I did actually watch. Like, seriously speaking, I did watch a few of the episodes. Like, I've never seen anything so inconsistent in my fucking life.
Sometimes it's really funny. Like that Justice Gene episode.
Yeah.
That was great.
I love it.
Or the pizza delivery episode. That's the best one. Carr says we are entering the golden age of our viewership. That is true. We're gaining 150 subscribers a day?
That's just crazy.
Favorite Simpsons episode for me is Principal Charming. Used to be Cape Fear, but I don't know. Principal Charming just got a lot to offer. And Christian Bennett wants to ask you, what's your favorite South Park episode?
God damn it. I was quoting Kyle. Like, God damn it. Like, Kyle's like, he's my freaking spirit human. Dude. I'm actually on HBO Max right now. I have all the episodes on standby.
South Park is gay. The creators disavowed that episode. You're not allowed to watch it.
Oh god.
I thought that episode was okay. Not bottom tier like they said, but I kind of get it.
Yeah.
You're a writer.
They don't like the movie that much.
Really?
Yeah. Well, in the commentary, they're like making fun of like all the shots and like some of those decisions. They're like, oh, this is terrible. Like they're just self-critical, trading that.
They definitely really take a lot of like self-retrospect and stuff, and sometimes it's inconsistent because sometimes they'll say Chef Goes Nanners is one of their best, and sometimes they'll say it's one of their worst. So it's like, make up your minds, guys.
Yeah.
Although I do absolutely respect the heck out of them.
Yeah. There's like so many to count. I think let's just go my favorite per season.
Actually, wait, what are we saying? We can't say anything good about South Park. They're the reason Drawn Together got canceled.
What?
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh no.
Yeah, why are we doing this? Like, this is just blasphemy. Actually, you know what? Just for fun and to give Christian some more stuff to listen to, I'll say my favorite for each season too. So
let's go season 1. Okay. All right. We'll just both do it. Okay. So
let's see what we got for season 1.
We'll
We'll get back to your comments very soon, guys. Don't worry.
We're just talking about South Park in preparation for the video.
I'm gonna say Starvin' Marvin just for sentimental reasons.
Yeah. For me, it's either Mecha Streisand or Cartman's Mom is a Dirty Slut. Like either one of those two. That's when the show really started to like find its like identity, I would say.
Of course, season 1's still super rough.
Oh yeah. Season 2 is when things got a little bit better. But,
yeah. City on the Edge of Forever is like, I like the concept, but I think it just goes a little too far with it without really changing it up. Spooky Fish was weird.
I mean, for just enjoyment levels, like Chef Aid or Roger Ebert should lay off the fatty foods.
I like Chef Aid,
yeah,
so I'd say go with that one probably.
Yeah, let's both go with Chef Aid. Season 3.
Not Jacavosaurus. Not that one.
What are you talking about? Look at this mofo.
It was not.
Look at this guy. How can you hate this face?
Like this. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
So I'd say Mr. Hanky's Christmas Classics, but partially because of the thing they do for Mary Kay Bergman at the end.
Yeah.
That was just sweet.
Oh, it was. And I guess on enjoyment, like Hooked on Monkey Phonics.
Oh, I watched that one the other day. I love that one.
Season 4.
Definitely Cartman joins Nambla. Yeah, absolutely.
That one.
It's so much funnier when you realize that Nambla's real and like just as terrifying as they say in the thing.
Yeah, spoiler alert. He does bring it up in the video.
Yeah. Because like when I first saw Nambla, I'm like, okay, this is funny, but like not the best. But then when I found out it was real and there's actually like some high profile celebrities from like early century in there, and it's like, no. Just the thought that there's like that many depraved people out there that do that to kids.
Yeah.
It's like, that's disgusting.
Yeah. I think I like Very Crappy Christmas just because of like how it calls back to the very original episode.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh. You know they made an album for that and like it sold almost no copies.
Oh no.
Okay, definitely proper condom use. It's so relevant today.
Yeah, that's probably that's definitely a good one.
Kenny Dies is a close second, I'd say.
But this is where we really get to see Cartman's dark side though, with Scott Tenorman Must Die. That shit.
Oh, and by the way, guys, keep commenting all these things. We are gonna get back to your comments. We're just taking a break right here just for some South Park
detour.
Stuff. Yeah.
Because
Jared Has AIDS did not age well.
No. And they referenced that in Fractured Butthole.
I love that boss.
Because Jared's like a boss.
Hey kids, want some candy? Oh no, it's Jared.
Oh god. I need to buy that game. I've only seen like the cutscenes, but I really want to play that game. Same thing with Stick of Truth. Like I want to get this.
Stick of Truth is good. I think Fractured Butthole is a little bit better. Yeah. Just because it's, they were able to do a little bit bigger stuff.
Yeah, and then like, they already had like their like alter egos like pretty much like already set to go. So,
I think Free Hat might be my favorite just because of the dumb Free Hat running joke. Like
Free Hat.
He's like a killer.
He killed all those babies. Oh god, that was messed up.
Simpsons already did it. It's another good one.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny. Like I was watching. I think I saw Simpsons already did it. Like, and then like you brought up the free credit report thing. I'm like, cause someone else already did it. Like, I feel like we kind of live that weird life sometimes. When we met, it's like someone else already did it first.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, we can't do it.
And then sometimes we do it first. There was one, I can't remember. Like, someone else already did this. Like, yeah, we did it first. And they're like, oh. I can't remember what it was because, like, they deleted their comments, so I can't
I think
find
it might have been the Ren and Stimpy, like, band episodes.
I don't know. It might have been a Ren and Stimpy one.
Probably.
Season
Season 7.
Let's see.
Oh, this
All
is
about Mormons for sure.
This Book of Mormon's origins. Kind of.
Lucy Harris, smart. Martin Harris, dumb.
I also enjoyed Castellaneta just because of, like, I don't know, just...
Now they own Castellaneta.
Yeah. Crazy, I know.
Uh,
I like Osimo a lot.
that one's really funny.
I love Osimo.
I gotta go with the one right after, though, Jeffersons.
Oh, yeah, that one. I think it's a matter of preference for us, I guess.
So one of the prized tapes I have in the collection is the premiere of the Jeffersons, and then right after it's Gay Bash from Drawn Together.
Oh, that's cool.
But then there's the Daily Show with whatever his name was, and that's not as funny, but still.
Good old Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Season 9.
I'd say Death of Eric Cartman.
Oh, I love that one too.
Or Trapped in the Closet. That's another good one.
That was like the start of like the real controversial element of the show. That's kind of still going on to this very day. Like that just kind of started like the spiral of just like people getting really fucking pissed.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's actually not why Chef left. Like Chef didn't want to leave. Someone just forced him to do it and like went behind his back.
Yeah, and
because
like,
Isaac Hayes wasn't bothered by that episode at all.
And then they made Return of Chef, which is more just like a giant middle finger to like the tabloids.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one as much.
Yeah.
I really didn't like Million Little Fibers. Oh, that's the one.
Make Love, Not Warcraft.
That's the best one.
That no doubt. Like Tits is like close to that.
No, stop it!
And Cartoon Wars is not on here because of licensing.
Oh,
Simpsons, Family Guy, King of the Hill.
Okay, then I'd say that one because that's my favorite. But other than that, Make Love Not Warcraft.
Definitely Make Love, or that's like an iconic episode, right there. Shit, keep going.
The Jesse Jackson one was pretty good too, because like that actually got a lot of really positive stuff from the NAACP.
Yeah.
Imagination Land.
Imagination Land trilogy.
I'll count that as one episode.
Yeah, that's
because let's be real, it kind of is.
It's just a giant. It's a special, really. I love that one a lot.
Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. 30's New Look. Canada on Strike is pretty good. Oh no, I got to go with Breast Cancer Show Ever, just because of Eric Cartman getting just crushed by Wendy.
I like Major Boobage because of the heavy metal homage, which is kind of funny. Trey and Matt didn't like the movie, but they just thought it would be funny to reference it. That they did that a lot. They did that with Team America. They just took from Thunderbirds, even though they didn't like the show.
Yeah,
which is weird. I don't get. It's kind of a weird mentality to have, but there you go. This is when it really gets to the crazy season 13.
I like the one where Butters becomes a pimp.
Yeah, Butters bottom bitch.
It's so funny because like he becomes an actual pimp.
He actually like starts using the fucking language.
And it's just so good seeing like cute little Butters say stuff like that. It's like, no, you're like the last person who's supposed to say this.
And it's funny though, because it's not like, one of those like moments where it's just like out of character. Like it's like done on purpose. Like he's just like, trying to be the pimps.
Yeah, it's not like Drawn Together where, as the creators say, sometimes they'll just break character for the sake of a gag because they don't know what to write. So someone commented on the movie thing saying like, oh, no, it's a satire of tropes. No, it's not. They've openly said that, like, it's literally because either they wanted to fit a joke in and couldn't find another place, or they're just stuck.
Yeah.
Usually when there's, like, sex stuff going on, apparently, that's usually when they can't think of anything.
Yeah. Whale Horrors is pretty good, too.
Yeah. I actually saw an airing of P where, like, it sounded like it was in an... Like, everything sounded like this because it was all broken when they heard it.
No. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Keep commenting stuff, guys. We're almost done here. Then we're going to get back to this stuff.
Yeah.
I like it's a Jersey thing because our state here is just totally getting flooded by like people from out of state. And we're like, yeah, we know exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mysterion.
Yeah, Mysterion Rises.
The Mysterion trilogy. Yeah.
Oh, good. That's something we like find out about Kenny. Which we may or may not talk about, by the way.
I love the Mintberry Crunch.
Mintberry Crunch twist, like it's like the stupidest like superhero, but he turns out to actually be like a real hero. That was funny. Mintberry Crunch.
Human Centipede right off the bat. I gotta go with that one.
Oh yeah, and that was actually the subject of the 6 Days to Air documentary.
Yeah,
you can actually see that episode getting made like in real time, and it's such a good episode to like use as the example.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, like a lot of these other ones are.
They're good. They're just nothing compared to the other one. All right, so we're on season 16 and 20, so we're almost there. Or no, 22. 25.
Shit.
Okay, let's speed through this.
Okay.
We need to get through this.
Oh fuck. Okay, yeah.
There's fewer episodes to choose from too.
Yeah.
Raising the Bar, probably.
Oh, I love that one. I like Nightmare on FaceTime though, because that's the one. I think that's the first one I actually watched.
Okay, I'll change it to that one. That's a good one.
That's the first one I watched, like officially when I first watched, like was allowed to watch South Park. That was like the first.
Yeah.
Trilogy is freaking great.
Yes, for sure.
All right, 18. This is. Yeah, there's like only 10 episodes here.
I'd say go fund yourself. For me.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that too.
19. Okay, this is where Bleak X Craig for me.
Oh yeah.
20. None of them. I hate them all.
Yeah, this one's just wow. Like, because this is like the one where they try to have like this big arc, you know, and it would have worked if they weren't like completely like just off with their predictions. They had to like literally rewrite the whole thing like the night before.
So, white people renovating houses is often considered one of the worst episodes of South Park ever, and I honestly don't disagree. I don't like any of these either.
Yeah, no, this is when they just kind of like this was like probably like the lowest point right now, but like I'd say like, you know, this is when the picture too. This is when it gets a little bit better.
Yeah,
they kind of get back on track.
I still say Tegrity Farms is probably my favorite. It's just not great.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is where things get better.
This is when they get back on track easily.
Gosh, I don't know. Maybe season finale. Maybe.
I don't know.
Or Board Girls. That was pretty good too.
Yeah, I like Board Girls. That was
right.
pretty good.
24.
We're almost done. This was just the pandemic special.
Okay, then that one.
Yeah, that was like the only one, and this is like obviously still.
Is there? There's only 6 right now.
This is still going on.
No, I mean just right now.
Yeah, this is like we're currently in season 25. They only had like. There's only these 6 right now, so we can't really judge.
I'd say City People for season 25 so far.
So we'll just leave it at that. Okay, we're done. All right, let's get back on track.
Okay.
Sorry for the big detour, but you know what?
Let's see what we got here.
Okay.
What do we got? Billy, do you like Sesame Street?
I do. Yeah, I would say that I do. It's like mostly like the old stuff because like what's surprising, what I like about the old series especially like it's obviously aimed at young kids, but it still like aims to like still be really funny and entertaining for like, you know, the adults because of just how absurd it is half the time. And also just like the banter with the characters is just so pure. I love it. And like the hyper experimental, like the early days of Sesame Street, like you really get to see a lot of that Henson and the more educational bits. It's really cool.
So we actually talked earlier off camera about Clay being Baymax. That is kind of crazy.
Excuse me, I got him out of the way.
Let's see. Who does a better Ren, John K or Billy West? John K. That's the one thing I'll give him credit for. Other than that, he sucks.
I like Billy West's Ren, but it doesn't have that same like psychotic energy that John K has. Or had, I should say.
Yep. Xander's voice actor is gay, Jack Plugnick. He was also Uncle Ralphie in the Weird Al show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he was in that giant list of celebrity guest stars we mentioned. Then you're
yeah.
like, hey, you know how many of these they promoted? None. Have I ever read Berserk? No, I haven't.
Me neither. Well, my friends would joke about Berserk, but it was ironic. We didn't actually read it.
Oh, whoops. Let's see. Do we think Zoe from Proud Family is a good friend? I'd say, like, objectively, she's the best.
Yeah, the best one, but, like, she's so, like, self-conscious about, like, popularity and, like, just the shallow trends. You gotta remember the episode The Makeover, you know? Like, that's, like, the shining example of that.
She's just a sheep, really.
Yeah.
Like, I think La Cienega is okay as a character. You like her a lot more, though.
Yeah, I think, like, I'll describe... go into that for the character quest that I'm doing.
Yeah, and who knows? We might do more Proud Family things, but we're finding a lot of our audience likes adult media, especially adult animation, best, like more oral Simpsons drawn together. So we're gonna keep doing more stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that like we get to live action adult media too, because that's the stuff I really want to talk about. I tried talking about that too with Stepmom and Prom Night, but none of you guys watched it, so.
Have we seen The Oblongs? Yes, very good show.
Yeah, love it.
Favorite underrated Cartoon Network eras? I like Yes, even though that didn't last very long.
I have no opinion.
Favorite Ren and Stimpy season? I honestly don't know what the seasons are.
Season 2 is where a lot of the fan favorites like Sven Hoek were in. Stimpy's Fan Club, all that stuff. So I'd probably say season 2.
There's a new Aqua Teen series. Oh man, I hate reboots. Why can't we get new stuff? Like, I don't care if the original was good, like Aqua Teen was. I don't want more. Kind of like how there's that new Futurama thing where John DiMaggio is not going to play Bender. It's like, why? Why at all?
We need the money. I mean, because fans are clamoring for new stuff.
Yeah, like reboot, continuation, revival. I just don't want any of that stuff.
At least I'm glad that there's at least like a handful of like new stuff coming out, like Smiling Friends on Adult Swim, but like that's like a small fish in a giant pond of like revivals, you know?
Let's see. Stormcloaks or Imperials? I just kill everybody in Skyrim, honestly.
I still need to like officially play the game, so
yeah. One of the ones I want to do, because I have a 360, so it's kind of hard to get mods, but I want to get like the kill literally everybody mod
yes.
and just be like Voldemort. Because if you put on one of the Dragon Priest masks, like you have the pale skin and the flat face, so it's like you are Voldemort.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna just go around and like use magic and just like Avada Kedavra and kill everyone there. Do we like Shaun the Sheep? I actually haven't seen it.
I like Shaun the Sheep. That's like it's not like the best that Armin has, but I'd say they're very charming little shorts. And then the movies are okay too.
Let's see. Do we like Angry Beavers? Pretty good.
I like Angry Beavers.
Billy West is voicing Ren for the reboot. Yes, that's true. I'm glad John DiMaggio is coming back. And we may or may not be doing a Ren and Stimpy project of our own. Our final Ren and Stimpy video we're doing.
Like ever.
Because there's literally nothing else we can do.
We can't. We really stretched it with the game's animation stuff too, but we really only did that out of necessity, if anything.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Love Hey Arnold, but yeah, we are going to be doing a Ren and Stimpy video at some point soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be a subscriber special though, because it's big.
Of course. Yeah.
Right now we're working on our next How I Would Have Made It coming out, not next Saturday, but the Saturday after.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be another pitch one. And then also, we're working on the Drawn Together one, which isn't a pitch. It's actually a full episode.
Yes.
So the thing is that, remember from the Drawn Together movie video, we said that there was this part where, you know, Dave Jesser and Matt Silverstein, the creators of Drawn Together, they offered Comedy Central, hey, we'll tone the show down if you give us another chance. A lot of people were very quick to dismiss that, saying like, oh, it would never work toned down. Well, we're going to show them.
Yep.
We're going to kind of make it sort of like Futurama levels of adult, I think. Would you say that?
Trevor doesn't swear, so
yeah.
You know, it's like that's kind of an immediate like tone down right there.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun doing the voices again.
Oh,
especially Xander. because I kind of pride myself on my Xander impression. I get to do the Jew producer as well. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
I can't wait to draw the characters. It's gonna be difficult, but I think it's gonna be very rewarding.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like Woldor, Toots was awful though. Like I hated doing her voice.
It's just so hard to keep doing it at a consistent level.
It's like I had to redo that so many times because like you don't see it because I edited the audio down. But there was one line she had. I don't remember what it was, but it was one of them where she's first talking to the mall cop, and she's like, "Oh, have I been bad?" or something like that. I had to do it 12 times.
Jesus.
And then there was, by the time I was done with it, I was so like raw in the throat that Spanky was like impossible. You remember the line after Captain Hero flies away and he's like, well, at least this is going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I did that another like 12 times or something. It was probably like more 8 though, but it was like, yeah, at least this will be like every time it got bad.
Oh God.
I want to do more maybe, but I would definitely want to record like each line separately or something, like each character, so I have more space and that doesn't happen again. Also, the room where I record gets really freaking hot, so being in there for a long time is not great.
No, it's not. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying like, oh yeah, that sucks.
Best Futurama episode. Devil's Hands are idle playthings for me.
I need to watch the whole thing again and judge.
We played any of the Fallout games?
I have not.
No, I haven't. Do we like Martha Speaks? I don't know what that is.
It's some PBS show from back in the day. I haven't really seen it either.
Do we like American Dad?
I like American Dad a lot.
Yeah, I'm just not a Seth MacFarlane guy.
Yeah.
Favorite character in the Oblongs? Honestly, no idea. Billy, what are your thoughts on Happy Tree Friends?
I don't care about it. I don't know, Mono Media just, I don't know, they're kind of not good.
Yeah, Dan Avedon used to work for them. That was like the only time I really gave him any attention. And by the way, guys, because I'm seeing a lot of these questions, we don't take requests. We actually have a video about it if you want to know why. So, what is our opinion on Danny Phantom Season 3?
I have not seen that.
I've just heard the rumors.
Who's talking to me at this hour? Oh, okay.
Let's see. Do we like Sophia the First? I haven't seen it. I don't really watch little kid shows.
Me neither.
The only reason I did Word Girl was because it was a Patreon raffle review. I think a lot of people seem to think we watch a lot of kid shows because we've done VeggieTales and Word Girl, but
like all 2 shows.
Yeah, Word Girl I've only seen a few episodes of, and it was for that review. I haven't seen it since. And VeggieTales, I grew up on that. And we're going to be doing Bible Man in June, of course.
Oh God, right.
Yeah.
But I watch stuff like Hot Fuzz, Minority Report. You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Orphan is another one I see. La La Land, friggin' Young Guns. Have you heard about that? No, you're asking the wrong person.
Opinions on Undergrads? I like it. I thought it was good. I
really loved Undergrads. Like I remember, like, it's funny. Like, weirdly, around the time that Rebel Taxi talked about, that's how I think a lot of us first heard about it. I was literally starting college around that time, so like watching it was like, goddamn, like that big like brick of relatability just hit, like watching that like the first time.
How many kid shows do you like? I mean, I respect a lot of them, like the competent ones. I don't actively watch any though.
That's the thing. It's like
actually, Lazy Town's another one we spoke about.
Yeah, Lazy Town.
I will say, I only watch Lazy Town on occasion because I have a couple tapes of it, but like that's about it. The only time I ever really watch kid shows are when they happen to be on my 1,000 plus tape library.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's pretty much it. So like, I'm sure you guys want to know more about that stuff, but I'm sorry, we really don't have anything else to tell you about kid shows. Like we're not the right guys to talk about it.
If you want to know more about Hellraiser, then ask me anything.
Yeah, I can tell you more about Drawn Together and Moral Oral. Let's see here. Why don't we watch kid shows? I I'm a 23-year-old guy who works for the government. I don't really have a lot of time to do
I'm a
that.
20-year-old man that makes a bunch of like hyper dark experimental movies.
Yeah, like honestly, kid shows are really low on my like priority list. I'm talking about little kid shows here. Like I totally watch things like SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron in my free times. Those kid shows I watch. But when we say kid shows that we don't watch, we're talking about like Nick Jr. stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking right here. I'm in his room right now. The complete second season of SpongeBob SquarePants, right there.
Yeah, I have that, and there's like a lot of the Mario cartoons, but I just hold on to that from my childhood. To be fair, so like it's like not like, it's still that in there, but it's like just kind of just a permanent part of my collection.
Yeah.
So I want to keep that intact, but like I still include stuff like Goodfellas is still here, Dogtown and Z Boys. That's a documentary, but still same idea.
Yeah, like a third of my collection for tapes is kid shows, like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, even UPN kid shows. Recess was great. So those I watch. It's just the little kid ones I don't. We are going to be covering kids media probably a little bit less as time goes on because there's getting an even more crowded field right now. But
yeah,
we only really cover stuff when we feel like we have an interesting take on it.
Yeah.
We wanted to do video game stuff, but that didn't really work out.
Yeah, no one watched them.
Yeah, Leon's still sitting at like 1,000, man.
God.
Like Danganronpa's pretty big, so I don't get it, but
I don't know.
you know that's just a sign. People don't want to see video game stuff, so we just don't do it. Which is a shame too, because like I had one last idea for a whacked video, but I think it's fine at 3.
I wanted to talk about the Telltale Walking Dead game.
Oh, that was
also,
so good.
Like, because like I played that at his place, and I was amazed at just like how beautiful it was as like a literal like storytelling experience. And I wanted to talk about one of the characters for a character quest, but again, because of the video game stuff, we just can't do it.
Yeah, if a noteworthy character like Leon Kuwata can't get attention, how is Larry gonna get attention?
Exactly.
Yeah, anyone who out there who's played Telltale's Walking Dead, we like Larry. Sue us.
Larry, man, he like I love his development. Like he definitely has like that intimidating, like kind of rough, like dickhole of a personality at first, but you really like get to understand like his motives more.
Yeah,
and he's kind of sympathetic, low key, because it's like you really understand where he's coming from and why he behaves the way he does. And it's too late when we really get to before we can really see him like try to redeem himself.
Yeah.
It's I won't want to spoil too much, but it's amazing stuff.
Oh, someone wants to know if I like the Danganronpa anime. Yes, no. Actually, I have to say this. I like the one where they adapt Trigger Happy Havoc. Yeah, I know they cut a lot of stuff out, but they did the best with what they have. Danganronpa 3 anime was awful. Really, I think Danganronpa just did not work after the second game. I don't like Ultra Despair Girls. I don't like V3's okay.
Yeah.
I don't like the last chapter because it's a really dumb story. Some of the characters like Samugi or Angie are pretty weak. Kibo I don't really like either. But then there's a lot of good stuff, like cool characters like Gonta or Korekio, and some of the chapters are really good. The third trial is pretty weak though, but the anime is just a mess. Like the Despair arc is pretty bad, and really I think the worst part of it all is it undoes everything that the second one does. Sorry, I know Billy can't really contribute here.
That's okay. I just like running around.
But like the second game builds up, spoilers, the remnants of despair as like all the stuff that happened to them and everything. And then the third one just wastes it. They have some good stuff, but I mean like some of the characters aren't quite right. Like Ibuki doesn't act well, so I don't know. I like the Trigger Happy Havoc one, but I think they should have stopped at that. Honestly, I really think they shouldn't have made the other anime at all, because what happened was they split up the team in half to make V3 and Danganronpa 3, the anime, of course, that's what it's called. And I kind of feel like, since that never works ever, that's the reason why both products turned out to be so... Yeah, I'm still trying to get this guy to play through the first game, but we got to finish Telltale's Walking Dead first, man.
Yeah.
If we could visit any country, where would I go? Either of us go, actually. I'm not Catholic, but I really want to see the Vatican just because it's like the smallest country in the world. And how cool would it be to say you walked around a country in less than an hour?
Yeah. I'd probably say Greece mostly because of like one of my bigger ideas like is based entirely off of Greek culture.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but it's probably the largest idea division that I have like compared to literally anything else. So Greece definitely just for that because like a lot of it just stems from there.
Sam and Max. Yeah, Sam and Max is good.
Oh, I love Sam and Max.
My favorite Danganronpa character is actually Hina. No, not for any like creepy reason. I just think she's a really interesting character. Then after that, I'd say Mondo, then Leon. They're not girls, but still. Yeah, I like Leon. Why else did we make the video? And then my least favorite characters. I know you didn't ask. Samugi's my least. Then Hagakure. Yasuhiro. I need a third least favorite here. Probably Angie. She's pretty bad. Imposter is not like interesting, but he makes for a pretty cool gimmick and a really wild twist. Have we heard of Nichoju? No.
I haven't heard of it.
I just answered the worst Danganronpa character before I even saw that question. So there you go.
Cool.
We probably, I don't know if we'll do the moral oral iceberg. Maybe if there's, I don't know. We'll take a look at it. Fairly Odd Parents Bushology. Haven't seen it since it premiered, and honestly, I don't really want to go back and watch it. Hello, Alex.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're kind of being known as the moral oral channel now. The fandom's actually recognizing us on Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
It's making me really happy. So the next moral oral video, I think it's going to be the character quest on Reverend Putty.
I think so.
Actually, wait, no, it's Best Christmas Ever, then Reverend Putty.
Yeah, you mentioned it at the end of the season 1 that you want to do Best Christmas Ever as the next video.
Yeah, and then Reverend Putty will be after that. Don't worry, guys. And for those who are wondering if we're still going to adapt Narcissism, yeah, we're just waiting for our 2 How I Would Have Made It projects we're focusing on to finish.
Yeah, we want to finish Drawn Together and Dave, then we're going to get to Narcissism.
Or Drawn Together and Troll.
Oh, Troll. I forgot.
Yeah, the other one that may or may not have slipped out, that's going to be further down the line. Narcissism, though, we need to cast together, first of all. Yeah. But we also need a lot more time to kind of develop that stuff, especially since we have 2 How I Would Have Made It projects, and one is due next week.
You got to keep the script in an 11-minute format, though.
Well, I'm not writing it. It's already written.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I don't really like Reddit either. I just go on there to ask people moral oral questions. What historical period to me, or both of us, is the most interesting? I kind of like the 50s. It counts. It's history.
I'd say 1960s, which is kind of, it's weird. It's like the next decade after. But I don't know. I think it's just the aesthetics of like the 1960s. Yeah. And just, I don't know.
Man, I forgot. Estelle Harris, Lula died.
Oh, no.
So if Dave the Barbarian comes back, I actually hope it doesn't come back because I'm so sick of revivals and reboots.
Yeah, not even your favorite show coming back will really make you like...
No, I don't want it to come back. Just stop. The Proud Family one was like the last straw where it's like, this is aggressively mediocre.
What makes you think Dave is going to be any better?
It won't be. Because like too much time has gone by. They're going to try to make it political and... Just I don't care about the reboots and stuff. The only reboot I really think worked was the Connors, but I've already spoken my piece about that. It's like,
yeah,
I don't like how they handled killing off Roseanne's character. Like, if you really want to get rid of Roseanne Barr after what she did, all right, yeah, makes sense. But I don't like how they just kind of unceremoniously axed her off through like an overdose. And also, I don't like how it undoes the ending of the last show.
Yeah.
Also, this is just a thing for me, but Whoopi Goldberg did the same thing that Roseanne did, and she still has her job. So what's going on with that? Anyways. Thoughts on the new era of Cartoon Network? I guess good.
This is what I. This is my opinion.
What about South Park Paramount Plus specials? Those aren't really like revivals, though. The show's still going.
The show's still going on. They're just like little vignettes.
Yeah.
Like just to continue the really well-made pandemic special, and they continue them so well too.
What are our favorite games? For me, it's kind of a weird choice. If we're not going by Danganronpa, then Pac-Man World 2.
Pac-Man World 2. For me, my favorite is Pac-Man World 1, simply for nostalgia. That's the first one I played. Strangely enough, I'm the only person in the entire world who's actually played Pac-Man World 1. Everybody who's talking about Pac-Man World, they're like, "Oh, I never really knew there was a Pac-Man World 1. I never played it." That was one of the first games I ever played.
Well, yeah, because it was just on the PS1.
Yeah.
It's good for me. It's just so. I think for me, I'm just so used to the other ones being a lot more easily controlled. That the kind of isometric perspective is kind of weird.
But my favorite video game, I don't know. I'd say a lot of the 6th gen platformers like Sly Cooper, Sly 2, and Sly 3 in particular on PS2 are my favorites.
Those are good.
Ratchet and Clank's also really great. The original trilogy, and I guess even the PS3 Future series, when they had Crack in Time, Into the Nexus, those are also really good too.
Yeah. What are our thoughts on As Told by Ginger? Haven't seen it in years.
I don't think I've seen much of it. Which is weird because I've seen almost all of the major Classic Chupo shows. That's the only one I really haven't really sat down to really watch in full.
Here's one. You hate reboots, but what if they rebooted more oral? I'd still be mad. Because too much time has gone by. That's one of the things a lot of people don't realize is part of the reason a lot of these reboots stink is it's been too long. For me, though, I just want new things. I'm tired of seeing it's this, but new. And the funny thing is, one of our upcoming How I Would Have Made It is the Dan Versus reboot. The only reason we're doing that is because that was in the works at all, and it got canned. So we're saying, all right, this is how I would have imagined it gone down. Yeah, sadly, according to the guy who was heading the whole thing, the effort ended up stalling, and we're never really going to get it, it seems.
Oh, hey, all the episodes are on Tubi, though, so
yeah,
you could definitely still support it on that.
I will eat your children! Damn, that's disgusting and impractical.
God, I need to see that show again.
Let's see here. Can you answer for a sec? I'll be right back.
Okay.
So it's going to be just Billy for a second.
Okay. Hello, people! Oh, I think someone's...
Alright, hang on.
Hold on, we can...
There's no light.
Hold up.
Hang on. Just gonna mute it for a second, guys.
Hello! Welcome...
Hey, Sean!
I mean, no, that's not the right voice.
Hey, Sean! How you doing on this fine day? It's been way too long, and I'm glad to talk to you again. Oh, there we go. Now I got it. Oh, boy.
Okay, thoughts on Ed Wood. I definitely I love the movie. Weirdly, though, it's not my favorite Tim Burton film. I'd say my favorite would definitely have to be either Sleepy Hollow or Batman Returns. Pretty controversial choices, but I still stand by them. Still waiting for the Gumball movie. I don't think that's gonna happen, or maybe it will. I don't know. Monroe. I've not seen it. I have not seen Who Needs Normal's video on that particular game. Yeah, that is very reassuring of you knowing that it's something I won't really answer well.
What's up?
Nothing. Someone's just asking me like something like really specific, and they actually like use like weird wording too. It was like about the creature from the Krusty Krab game.
No, this is Patrick.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
No, this is Patrick.
This is Patrick.
No. Yeah, good old spin.
Sean was here earlier too, so I whipped up this voice I haven't used in a long time.
What's that
This
from?
was a Sean Halo 2.0.
Oh,
Don't
gosh.
you remember?
Sean and Halo, that April Fool's thing people sometimes watch. Yeah, so
Be glad we made it on that day.
so that April Fool's thing was actually like a last minute decision because we decided to can the one we were gonna do. It was like a I would have made Thief and the Cobbler joke, but I didn't really think the script was very good.
Well,
So
like, what's the problem is like you always want to have that law random thing. Like you're kind of drifting away from that more and more every day.
yeah, I'm trying to get rid of that stuff, and like it started off fine, but then it like kind of devolved into that. I'm like, yeah, no, this isn't what I want.
I still want to try that. Dare you tell me of like drawing Sonic with my eyes closed?
Let's see what that
We
is.
still got to do that though. I was thinking like if we're not going to do that, we have to at very least let me do the Sonic drawing.
Yeah, so we're gonna post that in community.
Yes.
And while you're doing that,
Okay. I don't know which Sonic, classic Sonic, movie Sonic. Sonic 2 came out last week.
just draw whatever Sonic you want.
Okay.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead's all right. For me, it's just kind of a show that, like, I don't know, like, I'm saying like too much. Basically, if I see one episode, I'm good for a while. It's kind of like Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, don't you take that back.
No.
You fucking take that back.
Nah, like for me, basically, I can watch an episode or two of Beavis and Butthead and then be done for a while. I like King of the Hill much better.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Well, actually, that's not as bad as I thought it would be.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
It's not the worst, but wow. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that space.
Wow.
Look at that space.
So we're going to post this to the community tab and on Twitter later, just so you guys have a little something funny to laugh at.
Hold on. I need to give him like a weird name. There we go. Oh, wait, no. There we go. It's Soink.
Slink the Hunchhag.
There we go. Hunchhead.
So, Kyle, the guy who did the Magic Railroad video, he came out to visit again a couple weeks ago, and we were reading some Loving Too Much Iowa stuff, and there was a part where he had like this Sonic chapter, and he ended up just constantly misspelling Big the Cat as, all right, let me see if I got it. Big the Cat with a K, Big the Fat, Big the Snap, and Big the Crap. So we ended up like creating these characters, like each one was a different character. Big the Crap was like the Great Mighty Pooh. Big the Snap is like Big the Cat, but he can't stop snapping, or else like every snap is a heartbeat, so he can't stop. Big the Fat's just like a giant ball, and Big the Cat, as we call him, Big the Cat with a K. He's half Big the Cat, like on his left side. His right side's a Kit Kat bar.
Oh my god.
And he was cursed to be that way by an evil wizard because he bit into a Kit Kat instead of like took the pieces off. So
that's a terrible punishment.
Yeah, and well, it's a terrible thing to do. Why would you do that?
You're an idiot. I sent you the picture, by the way.
So yep, there we go.
Use it whatever you like. You own it now.
Slink the Hunchhag. I love him.
Sinked or dink.
Home movies, yes, home movies is very good.
I like it too.
Hello, Alex Allen. Welcome.
Allen.
The ding dang dirty trolls are coming, I can tell. Ugh.
Oh, actually, yeah, the Bob's Burgers movies. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, we were just talking about that not so long ago.
Hello, Liv.
Hi!
My favorite co-editor.
So the funny thing about Bob's Burgers is I actually stopped watching for a long time, but it was just today when I saw the trailer where I'm like, I want to get back into it because I liked it. And I want to give it another shot. I don't really want to go into the reason why I stopped watching, but Bob's Burgers, it's Gene and Louise that make the show. They're easily the best characters. I mean, Tina's good, Linda's good, they're all good. It's just Gene and Louise are just the S tier. Where is Harry Truman? He's dead in the ground, dead in the ground. So, you excited for Kenny coming up this weekend?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you've been on that South Park kick. So it was, 1 in the morning where I'm like, hey, man, why don't we make it Kenny this week instead of what we originally had planned? And then you're like, yeah, that's totally great. Perfect timing. So here we are. It's good that we're doing a lot more character quests. People seem to like that a lot.
Yeah. Unless it's a video game character, man. It doesn't get any traction.
Yeah, no. Titan Dweevil and Leon Kuwata both failed.
Oh, my back.
I mean, I expected Titan Dweevil to not really do well. But Leon? We've already harped on that enough.
Yeah, no, we don't want to continue with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true. Can't deny it if it's true.
Stupid.
Except if you're lying, which we're not.
We are not. We're not liars. I will say that. We're not liars.
Thoughts on Kingdom Hearts? Never played it, but I really want to.
I haven't played much of it. I don't know.
The Bro That Survived says that they're really glad that someone out there enjoys Dave the Barbarian. Well, that's definitely an understatement, but thank you. Yeah, it's my favorite. Has been for a long, long time. And I'm really glad that video did well. It actually didn't do well at first, remember? I need to get the charger. So can you explain to them what happened with that video while I plug this thing?
What video again?
The Dave video, how it just didn't do well and then it did.
Oh yeah, like I remember like the I think it was like the day it came out, it only had like 100, 200, 300 views, and like the first day, and it was like, oh no, like we worked really hard on this, you know, and I was like worried, I was like anxious, like oh my god, I'm like so scared. I spent time on this. We would prep for this. This is a special. What happened? And then the next day, like 4,000 views when we woke up, or it was like around that estimate, or at least close to that. And it was like, okay, we are definitely in a good spot.
Yeah, because I live about an hour and a half away from the airport because I'm not in any major city. I'm in like a little rural area. So I was driving Kyle back down from the airport like, man, I wish that video was doing better. Then while we were held up there, like while he was getting his stuff out, real quick, I just checked like, oh, wow, it's doing really well now. And so there's going to be more everything you need to know about coming soon. I think we can say this here because we have a small audience here. So you guys are going to be privy to this information. We're going to do all 3 of Peter Jackson's original 3 movies.
I only like one of them, Brain Dead.
You don't like Bad Taste?
Bad Taste has its problems, but I enjoy it. Feebles is the one I just don't enjoy.
I enjoy Feebles a lot. Bad Taste is okay. I haven't seen Brain Dead yet. So you're doing Bad Taste, I'm doing Feebles. We're both doing Brain Dead.
We're both sharing Brain Dead. He's doing Feebles. I'm doing Brain Dead.
So
no, Bad Taste.
I actually showed Feebles to 2 of my friends the other day. They were scarred for life. Because I told them about it. Like, hey, it's a really interesting movie. Like when you get past the crazy stuff. Like, yeah, it sounds awesome. And I asked them, like, I'm not even exaggerating. I asked them 20 times over the course of a week, are you sure? Are you sure? And then sure enough, like, within 20 minutes, they're like, oh! The part where Trevor the rat drops the pill into the drink, my friend was just like eyes wide, hands over his mouth. He's like, no. Oh they liked it, though, but it was just like, they were scarred, but there's a guy and a girl in that group, and the girl was like, you know, I kind of want to see it again now, because she knew about what we talked about in the video of seeing like the deeper stuff after, because like the point is it's so shocking and disgusting, you're not supposed to see the good stuff. Of course, like you said, there was a lot of narrative issues, and I will admit there's a lot of things that are really pointless. I will actually argue in favor for the Vietnam scene because they had to put that in by law because they got funding pulled for the movie. So then they wanted to produce a short film instead that was a puppet Vietnam movie. So they got money for that and put it to Feebles instead. So if they didn't have that scene in there, they would have gone to jail.
Yikes.
So that's why it's in there.
I feel like I'm the only person in the world that wasn't like scarred by Feebles when I first saw it. I
wasn't.
Well, I know you weren't, but I fell asleep watching it for the first time. Honestly,
I was just like, well, I'm really impressed they managed to do all this with puppets. Because like whether or not you like the movie, they do a lot of really good stuff with that. Like that guy, Mark Harlow or whatever his name was, Mark Hanlow. He had to be in a giant puppet suit and use a live firing machine gun with real ammo.
oh my god, yeah, they couldn't use blanks. They couldn't even afford blanks. So they actually used like real ammo. That was fucking God. Knowing that, it makes that whole like scene just like so nerve wracking. Where it's like God forbid they had to be very careful with that shit.
Yeah, one of the friends I watched it with is a huge gun nut, so he was loving that. He's like, "Oh, whoa, this is like actual stuff." Let's see. Thoughts on Nostalgia Critic? I don't like him as a person at all. I don't like his content either.
I have no stance on him as a person, but I don't like this. I don't like his videos anymore. To me, it's like one of those things where it's like you like it, love it a lot as a kid, but then like it's one of those unfortunate things. Like, yeah, I grew up, and I just kind of like looking like this is kind of painful. This is like really just like why did I enjoy this as a kid? Oh, I know why. Because he was just like me. I was loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't like his show, and I really don't like him as a person. AVGN. I think the show should end. I think he's always been better than Nostalgia Critic because his stuff still holds up. But honestly, hot take here, I think my favorite James Rolfe videos are where he's just him explaining his knowledge about games and movies on his own. Because not only is he a really charismatic personality, but he's a really good teacher. And I think he should focus on that, especially since everyone kind of acknowledges he's mostly doing AVGN because he has to.
Yeah, that's kind of the unfortunate part. Is like it's kind of unison. Like we're just like, yeah, he's just kind of forced on this now. Like it'd be cool again, like you said, if he could just be like have a teaching career or something, or hell, maybe finally make whatever movie he wants to make that isn't like AVGN connected.
Yeah, especially because the new AVGNs are, well, there's no other word for it. They're just forgettable. I don't remember any of them after the Berenstain Bears one.
That would have been a good finale too, if you think about it.
And I've watched them all, except the newest one. I haven't gotten around to it yet. But the passion's kind of gone. And he's even said so many times that he's, like, out of ideas.
Yeah.
Even in the videos, he keeps like, I don't know what else I'm going to do. He's been doing this for how long now? Like, over 15 years.
God.
It's time to pack it in. Like, even the Nostalgia Critic betrayed his original thing. He's not doing nostalgia anymore. He's just doing whatever.
Yeah.
So he's not the Nostalgia Critic. He's just loud, screechy, bald man with glasses.
Oh my god, that's a good way to put it.
Or lying punk troll if we're going by Daddy Derek stuff.
Like it's a lying punk troll.
So I had a dream a couple nights ago where I ran into Derek Savage at a Walmart and I got cast in his new film as Dirty Dog.
You know what? He would totally fucking do that. He would totally fucking do that.
Dude, I'm going to tweet that out actually. I'm going to see if he replies. Because like the thing is, I am not joking about this. I want to be the new voice for Cool Cat. Because like I hate what he's doing with that. Because like ever since the other guy left, he hasn't been able to find like a voice, so it's just him. I will legit audition for free to be the new Cool Cat voice. I will do it. I'll donate my time to it. I will not accept pay. I will read whatever he gives me. I will be the new Cool Cat voice. I want that.
What the fuck am I supposed to do then?
You could be Dirty Dog if you want.
No, I don't want to be Dirty Dog.
Then you could be Mama Cat. I don't know.
I don't want to be that either.
So you know Derek Savage actually tried to hit on Mama Cat?
Yes, I know about that. It was just like I think I remember this story pretty well. Like he kept trying to like invite her to his house. It was she was like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that." But then like for whatever reason, like the voice of Cool Cat was invited to her house just so he could like change and such. Just because it's just a favor for like a good friend, I think. It was like just whatever, But then Derek saw that as like her like inviting him over to do some dirty dog work, and then like Derek just like burst through the fucking door and just enraged because of that like misconception of like what was going on.
Yeah,
and he got the rejection too also fucked him up real good.
So. I know a lot of people like really want to harp on Derek Savage, and normally I'm not the kind of apologist guy, but I kind of have a little more sympathy for Derek Savage than a lot of other people. I don't think he's a bad person. I just think he doesn't really know about like how a lot of the internet stuff works.
Yeah, no.
Because like I will be a devil's advocate here. Well, first of all, I want to say he did not handle the "your movie sucks, I hate everything" well. He did not. I think even he acknowledges that now. But the thing is, this was like a passion project for him. And if you're a guy who's worked so long on this character, you believe in full force, and you don't know how the internet works, you'd probably do the same. Now, again, does that justify what he did? Not even close. But I understand his motive. And I think, above all, Derek just wants to make people happy. Like, obviously, he can get a little desperate sometimes with the 420 awards, but he's just trying to entertain, you know? And I think he kind of realized that after he didn't handle the copyright situation well, he lost whatever goodwill and popularity he had. So he tried adding things like Dirty Dog and doing the 420 awards that I just mentioned. All's kind of a way to get his mojo back, you know, get that buzz to come back.
Yeah.
But it's kind of too late. And that's actually one of the reasons I would like to be the new Cool Cat. I kind of want to pick his brain a bit and try to get to know him and help him if I can. You know, we're visionaries just like him. We need to help each other out. And yeah, Cool Cat, objectively speaking, has some work that needs to be done. But that's it. There's work to be done. If someone can help him, I don't know. Like, obviously, this is a far-fetched idea. It'd probably never happen. But, you know, I'm just saying, the guy's trying to do something good. Even if he is a little different, you know? I don't know. That's a weird soapbox speech I just had.
I've never heard that perspective. What the fuck?
Well, like, the thing is, I've done a lot of research on the guy. And, you know, there's a lot of really interesting things he's done. He himself has made a lot of mistakes. Like what we just said, the Cool Cat mom thing. Or I will say, though, actually, I will argue about the porn guy. It seems like from the interview that he didn't know that or something. Although, it was a little bit of a weird choice for him to ditch the original police guy because he had the Scottish accent.
Yeah.
That was weird. Anyways, that's my Derek Savage soapbox thing.
Very interesting take.
Let's see. We've fallen so far behind.
Whoa.
Yeah, AVGN's had less episodes since the pandemic. Totally makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Have we seen Dead Alive? Isn't that Brain Dead?
That's basically the same movie.
Basically?
Yeah, no, it is the same movie. It's a different title.
Oh, why'd they change it?
Oh, well, it's mostly because like there was already a U.S. horror movie called Brain Dead, so they had to change it when they made it to the U.S. Okay. So that's Dead Alive in the U.S.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, Brain Dead, Dead Alive, same movie.
Oh, okay. Now I know. Media Memento stops a school shooting.
Oh, good.
Hey guys, it's me. Hey guys, it's me, Cool Cat, and I have a grand-tastic story to tell you.
Just use the Jew producer voice. That's Cool Cat.
You know, if I auditioned for Dirty Dog with the Jew producer voice, would that fit?
I think it fit fucking amazingly.
Hello, Cool Cat. It is I, the Jew producer.
Oh no! What are you gonna do to me?
We're gonna play a little game of Simon Says.
Oh boy, I love Simon Says.
Simon Says, touch your nose.
Okay.
Okay. Simon says he's got a nice big wang, doesn't he?
What?
Simon says it's biblical in scale.
What are you doing?
Simon says it's like a sword,
covered
in sweat and veins.
Ah.
I've seen Drawn Together way too much, man. Dude. But like, and I've practiced the voices because like I've wanted to do a Drawn Together episode for years. So I was like, this is kind of embarrassing, but like, I used to have a 45-minute commute one way to work for my first job ever. It was a laser tag place. And it was out in the middle of the woods, so it was like you got the full big guns and everything. It was basically like an army simulation thing. I'll tell you guys about that some other day. But I would practice the voices because I was like, you know, if I'm going to do something like this on TS Productions, which never happened, like I got to get ready. And so this is like years of refining, like trying to get it right.
Yeah.
And now I'd like to think I did a pretty good job.
You did a great job.
Just because I peed in the water fountain doesn't mean I can't be trusted.
Oh my god.
Any voice actors must be cast out of law. Wait. Any voice actors that must cast the law of voice acting spotlight. I don't know what that means.
What the fuck?
Thoughts on Mr. Enter? You know, he did not deserve the hate he got. Like,
I kind of disagree in that. He was kind of a little pansy.
well, I will admit that he used to be a not great person, but the level he got was way too much. I think he deserved flack for calling out the writers like that and like pseudo doxing them, but like getting crap mailed to his house, that's too far.
That happened?
Yeah.
Ew.
I don't know if it was crap, but like I know someone sent him a vibrator, and like there's a bunch of stuff.
I didn't know that.
No, dude, it got bad. Like it got really bad.
Oh shit. Okay. It kind of. Well, I mean, it depends how you look at it. If you think of that, like that's too much. But taking that out of the equation, like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he deserved flack. I just don't deserve. I don't think he deserved especially after he tried to change. People just kept harping on him, and he had to call them out. Dude, Rebel Taxi even apologized, and if you get Rebel Taxi to apologize, that's something. Because you know he's got like the thickest skin around.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool guy though. Don't think I'm insulting him. I really like Rebel Taxi. Let's see. I stop a school shooting by throwing Clay Puffington at him. Well, I think that the school shooter and I are going to have to go meet in my study. That was terrible. I'm not going to make another one of those jokes. I don't want to make a school shooter joke.
Don't.
I will not.
Don't. You don't know what you're doing.
If I can do the Jew producer's voice, it also means I can do Johnny Test. Not exactly. I mean, I can do Woldor. That's kind of close. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a Woldor line to say. Gosh, what's something that Woldor says? Oh, wait.
Of course, Xander's gay. Why else wouldn't he be attracted to all this? Because you're fat, and nobody likes fat girls. Whee!
That's too fucking good. Oh my god.
There we go. That's my Woldor. Or Captain Hero. Let's see. I made up Captain Girl. I was jealous. All the other superheroes have sidekicks. Batman has Robin. Aquaman has Aqualad. Mighty quadriplegic.
Off me!
So I lied and made up Captain Girl, and one thing led to another, and the next thing you know... Dirty Dog is apparently the new villain of Cool Cat. Like,
yeah.
He's the new Butch the Bully, I guess?
Oh, I don't know.
Butch the Bully was, like, unironically amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because the kids seemed really sweet at the end.
Yeah. And he's like, he takes that fucking role with pride, too.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's just a cool guy.
Well, you know, it's the people that play the villains that usually have the most fun, because they can... You know, I've said this before in the Robbie Rodden one, but heroes have to abide by a certain structure and a code. For a villain, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And yeah, that kid was totally having fun.
Dude, yeah. Even if half the stuff he said was just dumb, but...
Dude, like, even... So, how old was I? I was like 18 when that came out. I would have paid Derek Savage like $1,000 to be Butch the Bully instead.
Oh
like,
my God.
I don't want to take that away from that kid because, again, he was having a great time. But just like this 18-year-old guy picking on like 8-year-old kids would be so funny. Like, admit it, right? What? What'd you see?
Oh no, it's just
it's
my you know what.
Okay.
Going on right now in my personal business, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
Mr. Ender, I guess, is a new controversy.
Oh, I saw this in like a server. He basically the film takes place in 2002.
Yeah.
He complained that it didn't bring up the 9/11 events.
What?
Because he was complaining about the immersion of it. The period setting fails because of like the fashion choices of the characters just look way too modern. But he criticized, I think, recollection, he criticized Turning Red because it failed as a period piece because it didn't bring up the 9/11 attacks.
It's a Disney movie, dude. Okay, maybe he hasn't got... Okay, he's trying to get better. At least he's not calling out writers anymore, but wow, dude. Like, I'm not the kind of person to say your opinion's bad, because I don't believe opinions can be bad. They're so subjective. But that's what you harp on? Like, Turning Red I haven't seen, honestly, and I don't plan on it. But wow. Spider-Man 2 took place in 2002, I think, so...
Yeah.
And they didn't mention that at all.
Not a lot of stuff, like, unless it was strategically directed towards, like, the terrorist attacks at the time, didn't really bring it up, you know?
Wasn't there... Oh, gosh, wasn't there this love movie or something that it was just like this really crappy romance thing, and then bam, 9/11 shows up?
I don't remember what that was.
Yeah, I know it exists. Gosh. Let's see, love movie with 9/11. What was this movie? Remember Me from 2010.
Oh.
Starring Robert Patterson and Emily DeRaven. Yeah, I remember people giving this movie a lot of flack because of that stupid twist ending. I never saw it, but yeah, it does sound really bad. What are my thoughts on Panty and Stocking? I've honestly never seen it.
I've seen it like once when I was like 13. But I was like, you know, I couldn't comprehend it. I just knew, oh wow, it's hot. Yeah, I was trying to get into the anime craze. I really couldn't get it at the time.
Let's see. What's Ed's World?
Ed's World is an old Flash series.
Oh, right. The one where the creator died in
Yeah.
like 2011?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that in years. I remember it being good, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I haven't seen it in a long time myself either. But, you know.
Yeah. Didn't they continue it a little bit after he
I
died?
think they tried to continue, but it just wasn't the same. So I think voluntarily like ended it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, of course it wasn't the same. It was Ed's World. You can't have Ed's World without Ed. Providing that was his name. I'm sure it was.
I think it was. Again, don't quote me on it. I have no idea. Not too much knowledge of it. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But
Because I remember the hardcore kid talking about it, and that's actually how I remember finding out about that thing. He was talking about, like, oh yeah, because he did the list of smegged up YouTube failures,
yeah.
which is also how I found out about Chris Chan, by the way.
Oh no.
And Ederim, whom I regret supporting. But what was I saying? Yeah, he was talking about that, and like, oh, that sounds interesting. That's when I first looked it up, and yeah, a lot of my inspiration stuff did come from Hardcore Kid, but I don't really think he was as big as TV Trash. TV Trash is kind of easier to say because he's still going.
Yeah. Hardcore Kid's like kind of both semi-retired and semi-sporadic.
Yeah, it's like once a year, if that.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because again, like I said, sometimes like he's retired. I put that in quotes because he still makes like an occasional video.
Yeah, I think he's in film school or something.
He's in film school, but I know he's like involved with like Robot Wars. That
Yeah,
kind of stuff. That's like his main passion.
Yeah, that's his real
passion.
And it seems like Hardcore Kid was just kind of a thing he did during the internet fad.
Yeah,
like the
he even
review
admitted
fad.
to that, like in like a Q&A. I think he said like it was just like I just want to join the trend, and he wasn't really trying to live off it or anything.
Yeah,
like he was just simply having fun. Because again, like his real stuff was like building robots and having them engage in battles. So you know, like this was just kind of a side thing, really.
Yeah, he mostly just kind of makes smegged up YouTube failures lists now.
And he did like one final one, which was more like the contemporary channels, like Ken Mojo, Super Mario Logan, like all those.
Channel Awesome, Lily Orchard.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. It's like Animat on steroids, but let's not talk about them.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, TV Trash, I really want to do a crossover with him.
Yeah.
I think when we hit 25K, we should go for it.
Yes.
But it's still weird to think that he's been around for 10 years, but we're bigger than he is. And it's not even close.
Yeah.
I wonder how though. Like I said, it's been 10 years. How has he not gotten this huge fan base? He's got a TV tropes page, man.
I don't know, man.
I feel bad for him because he's really good at what he does, but whenever he makes a live stream, only 3 people show up.
Fuck.
And no one comments. So, guys, please do us all a favor out here. Go to Rowdy C TV Trash on YouTube and please subscribe to him. And whenever you can, watch the live streams. And if you could tell him that Media Memento sent you, that would be great. We got to get on his radar somehow. Notice me, senpai. I mean, you already responded to one of my tweets, but still. Now we just got to get Daddy Derek to respond and put me in the next Cool Cat movie.
Don't be a suck up though.
Cool Cat Endgame.
Cool Cat. Oh my god.
Cool Cat Boogie Woogie Fever. Cool Cat 2 Electric Boogie Woogie-Loo.
That doesn't sound right. Boogie Woogaloo.
Apparently, the Cool Cat actor was like, I was mortified with the Boogie Woogie thing. He's like, it was so embarrassing. My gosh. SpongeBob plushie stuff mentioned Animat. Yeah, of course he's going to comment on the Mr. Enter thing. He comments on everything he has no part in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep talking about Mr. Enter. I mean, well, actually, no, not him either, but I don't want to talk about Animat because that can really get me going.
Yeah.
No disrespect towards Animat. I'm sure he's a nice person. I just can't stand... I can't stand most of his content. The problem is he's got a lot of really good videos, like the food fight one or the Legends of Oz one, I think is legit really good.
Yeah.
But he just gets so political from another country. Because isn't he from Quebec or something?
He's supposedly in Canada.
Yeah. Like he's apparently from Montreal, but it's like he keeps talking about USA politics. It's like, I don't care if you're talking about Joe Biden or Justin Trudeau. I don't care. Even if I agree with you, I don't want this in the videos. I'm not here for that. And then he had this thing where it's like, well, if you guys don't like it, you could just unsubscribe. And then a lot of people unsubscribed, including me. That's when I finally decided to leave. Like, all right, message received.
That's like the worst part when you try to use a scare tactic and it just like doesn't work. Well, it works for the wrong reasons, you know.
Which out of the Dr. Seuss movies is the most tolerable to you guys? Horton. I watched that with my little cousins and like, there's parts of this I legit like, but then there's the anime parts.
That was like only one scene. Though.
Yeah, but it's things like that.
That's like those are like very few though. Like they're not like they don't like drag on or anything.
I like half the movie, I'd say. I do think though, as much as I like Jim Carrey, I think he was miscast. I don't feel him as Horton. I do feel Steve Carell as the mayor, though.
Oh, yeah. Steve Carell's fucking awesome
as
the mayor. But yeah, the other... I guess, like, if we're going by a ranking, it would be Horton, Jim Carrey, Grinch, then Cumberbatch, Grinch. Lorax, then Cat in the Hat. There's probably one more that I'm not thinking about right now. But
which ones did you say?
I said like top would be Horton, then Jim Carrey Grinch, then Cumberbatch Grinch, which is the animated elimination one. Then it would be Lorax, and then it'd be Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, that's my list too.
Okay.
And of course, we can't talk about the animated specials from back in the day. Those don't count.
Because those were like directly like written, overseen by Dr. Seuss. He wrote all those.
Actually, no. The best animated one is our version of the Lorax.
Oh, right, that one.
Yeah, that was the best one. I'd love to totally make that like a full animatic movie, but that'd be like such a strain. Dude. I mean, if we got like a crowdfunding thing going, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm tempted to do it. Like, tell you what, if we hit 50K, we'll do it.
Okay.
And we'll crowdfund for it though, because it'll be a big thing.
Yeah. Like one of those like fan film kind of things. That'd be cool.
Is this something you guys want to see? Let us know in the chat. And if not, we're gonna do it then. So we need input. We're like Johnny Five. We need input. We crave input and also a better sequel. Although I will say Short Circuit 2 was not that bad. It just wasn't as good.
No.
I haven't seen the first one though. I've only seen the second.
What the fuck? Yeah, then you're definitely gonna get thrown off because there's like a whole bunch of characters they just nix in like the second one.
Well, I know
this.
this. I've seen the Nostalgia Critic first one, so I know the story. I just haven't seen it, which is weird because I have it in my collection. It was recorded from CBS, maybe? I don't know. But it has the ads from Portland, Oregon.
Cool.
Oregon's Wake. Who here remembers the Oregon's Wake video? If you guys out there remember it, then I automatically love you.
Yeah, I can't believe it was like long ago. Shit.
You know, it was a little over a year ago.
Damn. Yeah, I remember doing that. Like, fuck. It's so weird thinking like how long ago some of these videos are. Even if it's only been a year, it's like, damn, it just feels like
the reviewing my dreams thing.
Yeah, that was that's like the last randomish thing we're probably gonna do.
Although that one I think worked.
That worked because you were just describing what happened. You were like critiquing your dreams in an ironic way.
We were gonna do it again, but we didn't want to repeat the idea, and honestly there wasn't enough interesting ones.
Well, and if I were to describe my dreams,
he doesn't have fun ones.
No, I don't.
Yeah, so what was I saying? Ow, man, my foot's a snap. Hey, 17,800 subscribers. We did it.
Woohoo! Okay. Yay.
Most recent weird dream we've had. I'll let you go first.
Okay, trying to think of a weird dream. Can't really think of anything into mind, but I don't want to bring it up because, like, you guys are probably gonna quail, or to quiver in fear. But I'm trying to remember what was the last one I had.
I honestly don't remember any of the weird ones I've had recently. I haven't written them down because I haven't had a need to, so I'm sorry I don't have any for you guys.
I don't have one either.
Well, sorry.
I'm sorry. Maybe next time. I don't know. No promises.
If you pay us, all of our Media Mementos videos are now going to be hidden behind a paywall.
We're following the great EA with our good stuff. Or my one of my teachers who literally required us to buy his book to progress in the class, even though he probably had millions of copies stashed in his fucking house. But that's just school drama. I could say it. It's been a year. But I'm not going to get into that. A lot of my personal life will not be discussed on the channel.
Yes, it will be.
No, it
won't. His address is 123 Fake Street, Vermilion, South Dakota. He drives a red Buick LeSabre.
You motherfucker!
His license plate number I actually don't have memorized. Yeah, he lives in Vermilion, South Dakota. He always wears plaid.
Oh, fuck you. You insulting my fashion choices.
All right, fine. I'll be honest. We don't live in South Dakota. We live in North Dakota. You can tell because we talk with Canadian accents.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what do you think of Senator Kramer's new stance on that bill? And because I'm wondering, Governor Burgum just announced that he's going to be supporting that, even though it's not his jurisdiction.
But I don't know. Seriously thinking, though, there is supposed to be a film bill that's trying to be passed up in our home state. You know about that?
I'll have to look that up when we're done.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, not Senator Kramer from Seinfeld. Senator Kramer from North Dakota. Kevin Kramer. He beat, what was her name again? Heidi Heitkamp. He beat her in 2018. It was the first pickup, I think, and then Indiana followed. Then Nevada for the Democrats. I don't remember what else happened. I don't remember. I know Florida was the last one. That took forever. I know this stuff because that's my line of work. Like it or lump it. That's a Marge Simpson quote. The occasional hug is all I ask. Mom, stop. You can hug me when I sleep. I do. If you guys ever played Webkins, which animals did you have? I always had to have the frogs.
I never played Webkins.
So
you'd be surprised at how many of those like games I never played.
So I used to love it back in the day, and then for the last episode of the short-lived VeggieTales video game series, Gourd Games, we actually went back to Webkins, and it started off as like kind of fun, but then it got sad. It was like, wow, it's changed so much, but also not at all. And we like looked at the extreme disrepair, and then the last part was us at like 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
Just like delirious, like trying to make this like little mini movie out of it, because there's this little theater item you can buy. You can make like a puppet show.
Oh my God.
And you can't say anything because everything is like flagged as inappropriate. So you have to get super creative. And I think we made it like about a killer or something.
Oh, the Webkins killer.
Yeah, we made it as vague as possible, but we're just laughing while still in character, like trying so hard not to break. And we're out of our minds, loopy, saying the dumbest things. That was a very fitting final episode.
Oh, yeah. How long has it been since that?
2 years, 3 years.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it didn't catch on. So there's actually a third of the episodes we still have that have yet to be released and never will be.
Yeah, they're not really gonna come. I was thinking about like, will it be no, I don't.
I'd say they're pretty good. Problem is we don't have the original footage anymore, so there's no way for them to come out, and no one watched them.
Yeah.
So, which was a little disheartening. You know, we put work into that, and no one really watched it. But hey, that's all right.
Yeah.
We had other things people watched instead, like VeggieTales Abridged.
We made a whole video about that, but let's not get into that again.
There's some guy who went up and accused me of like exaggerating. It's like, you weren't there, dude. You were only there at like the very end. You didn't know. And besides, a lot of people didn't get to see all the rabbits because they deleted all their comments.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a good amount of them myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was like just up there, and I'm like, what the fuck is up with this shit?
Yeah, it was really bad.
But oh well, it's behind us.
I'm glad VeggieTales Abridged is gone forever. I don't miss it. And if you guys miss it, I'm sorry. But it's not coming back. Ever. What thoughts on Phantom Strider?
I haven't really watched this stuff in a while to make proper judgment.
For me, it kind of depends on the topic he covers. I like that he's branching out and covering more things than just like TV. I really do like that. I thought his fast food one was actually really interesting. I totally forgot about the McLobster.
Oh God, that fucking hell! I tried to wipe that from my memory, but no, here you go now.
They still sell it in Maine, apparently.
Yeah, I know. There's a mixed spaghetti they still sell in the Philippines.
You know, one of our fans that we talked to is from Vermont, so I'm going to ask him if it's just a New England thing, the McLobster, or if it's just Maine.
Yeah.
So he'll probably know. Although Vermont doesn't have a lot of Mickey D's. He mentioned this to me that Montpelier, Vermont is the only state capital in the United States with no McDonald's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They even have them in Honolulu, Hawaii. Just think about that.
Yeah.
For me, it's kind of weird to think about, like, I know it's part of America, but McDonald's in Hawaii? It's just kind of weird to me. Because I know they have a really different menu. I know they put a lot of pineapples on their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not a joke either. They actually have, is it the Hula Burger? Is that what it's called? Am I thinking of a different restaurant?
I don't know. What's Hula Burger?
Brian the Meme says that they've been watching Moral Oral and that's very good. Yes, I absolutely agree.
Oh, I think it is the Hula Burger, but I don't know if they still sell it.
I know they did for a while back in Hawaii.
Yeah, I know.
So one of our RAs in college was from Hawaii, and he mentioned it. What are our favorite female voice actors?
Female voice actors?
Yes. Dan Castellaneta, female voice actress.
I love that. I love her. Seriously speaking, Stephanie D'Abruzzo, who's like actually a puppeteer who works with the Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
She does a lot of voice work as well. She's in The Big City. Did a lot of ADR work.
Avenue Q.
Test voice. Yeah, Avenue Q. Can't forget Avenue Q. She was part of the original cast. That one. I guess a toss between her and I'm trying to. I guess depending on her characters, Grey Griffin probably. Like it's kind of weird for me because sometimes I really love her voice work. I do love her voice work in general, but it's just like the specific character she plays. Like they could range from freaking awesome to just the worst things ever. Like, yeah.
For me, I'd say either Tara Strong or Kath Soucie. But again, it's kind of like your Greg Griffin thing. It really depends on her characters. Because sometimes she plays some really bad ones.
Yeah.
Like the new Janine from the new Ghostbusters thing. Or no, the real Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
No. Sorry. I got that wrong too. I need to call it by its real name. Slimer in the real Ghostbusters.
Don't fucking... Slimer.
But even in Baby Blue, she did a good job. Or in Dexter's Lab, Tiny Toons. Kath Soucie is really underrated. She needs better work.
Yeah.
As someone who lives in Hawaii, I can confirm they have rice served with what they're being... Yep. Okay, yep.
All right.
Tress McNeil, also good. Cree Summers is good, too.
Oh, Cree Summers is amazing.
Worst film ever made. Are you talking worst as in least favorite or worst as in just worst? Because if we're talking worst, I'd probably say The Room. Because, it's just objectively a mess.
Glenn or Glenda, for me, that's just... What the fuck was that? Because, You know, when it comes to the only Ed Wood film I legitimately enjoy is Plan 9, but that's just because it's so funny with how horribly it's constructed. But with Glenn or Glenda, it's trying to be this artsy, experimental, art house thing, and it's just the most stereotypical example of just trying so hard to be this amazing, impacting, little film that's gonna touch the hearts of millions, and it's just
yeah,
it tries so fucking hard, and it's so painful.
But if we're talking least favorite, Drawn Together movie for me.
Yeah, least favorite. I don't know about least favorite for me. I'm not too sure because I guess I'm trying. I'm really stretching here, trying to think of something on a personal level. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I'll withdraw for now.
The Drawn Together review that definitely changed your perception on it, didn't it? Because that night we were talking about it, you were really mad at that.
I was fucking pissed, but I'm still I don't have that personal connection you do, so I won't really say it's my least favorite.
No, but you can definitely see why.
I can see why you would consider that because holy fuck, that was inexcusable.
Yeah. Let's see. Are you guys planning on doing any new gaming videos? Nope, not really.
No.
The only ones we're doing is a Danganronpa V3. How I would have made it, and we're talking about the Max Payne franchise as a whole, not the game specifically, but we're doing the franchise as a whole because it was the September Patreon raffle review.
Yeah, and
also all the games were donated to us by that person. They said, "I know you don't do video game stuff anymore, but I will give you all of the Max Payne games if you review it." So we had to take it.
Yeah. And there's also I think there's a movie out of that as well. So if it's the whole franchise, we can just talk about that too.
Yeah. They made a movie, and apparently it's not great.
It's no. It was in the wave before Detective Pikachu and Sonic became a thing when video game movies are just all bad.
Favorite game console startup sounds? Xbox or GameCube?
PS2.
Yeah, that was theirs too.
Or GameCube. It's PS2 or GameCube. I didn't grow up with an Xbox. At least not as frequently as the others. I really only played at other houses, but
Thoughts on Green Eggs and Ham season 2? I didn't even like the first season. I'm not going to see the second one. Sorry.
Yeah. You made a whole video about Green Eggs and Ham a long time ago.
Yep, and I stand by it. That's one of the things on Media Mementos we see a lot. I give an unpopular opinion. People give me crap. I don't back down, and then they come around.
Fingers crossed for Shrek 4.
It's already happening, man.
Oh.
People are like, I don't think it's bad. It's just, which I think that's the best we're going to get. And as long as people say it's not good, I'm happy. You can like it. You just don't have to be belligerent about it, you know? There was this one guy who commented wow, a Drawn Together fan, that's so rare. I'm like, buddy, sweet summer child.
You know how big the cult following is?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Of course, season 3 turned off a lot of the original fans. That's one of my problems now, is a lot of the people who like it now weren't there at the time, so they'll blindly defend season 3, but it's guys, The people hated it at the time. The creators hate it now. Just so you know. Someone had a moral oral question up here.
Moral oral.
They want to watch moral oral, but they're afraid it's just church bashing. Well, here's the thing. I'm a Christian myself, and I love the show. Because with some exceptions, I will point, there are some exceptions. It's not a show about Christianity. It's a show about bad Christians who don't follow their doctrine. Because like a lot of the characters, Berta, Clay, especially Clay, Censored All, they either use the Bible as an excuse to justify their bad actions, or they're just terrible people, and then they shame others for being bad people.
Yeah. And when you like take into account too, it was just the Leave It to Beaver parody at first. Then like it wasn't until like later when the creator Dino decided to make it into a stop motion, and then like he kind of just like recognized the climate at the time when George Bush was president, when it was like hyper Christian and conservative. He was like, oh, that'd be kind of funny, but like just kind of have some that sort of lightly jabs at that, and then that escalated into what it is now.
And it became more than just that. Like season 3, man, wow.
Yeah, that was like the religious stuff was more just like an afterthought, like by absolute comparison, really.
Favorite voice actors? Just regular actors.
Jess Harnell is probably my favorite.
Rob Paulson for me. So 2 of the Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So
either Jess Harnell or Kevin Michael Richardson. Either one of those are like my favorites.
I would say Danny Cooksey because I like him, but he's not been in it enough.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you guys cover more old stuff? Is it because there's more to talk about? No, it's just kind of what we know best.
Yeah. That like there's lots to talk about, and it's just easy for us. We love the show, and I don't know. It's just there's something about it. Like we can actually just sit around talk about it all like for hours, and just like not stop. And we're making these because we wanted to see more videos personally, but not many people were doing it. Well, there's still not a lot of analytical stuff now, which I think is partly due to us making it. Like we're kind of the go-to people for that.
Yeah, I'm as much as I love our mission statement of review everything of moral oral till the point where there's nothing left to do. I don't want there to be moral oral cancel culture where it's like you can't cover it because Media Mementos did.
That would be dumb.
I don't want that at all.
That'd be stupid.
Ooh, I'm getting a scam call. Let's have fun with this, everybody. Hello? Hello? Answer me, dang it! They hung up on me.
I'm trying to do the duck president. The duck is president!
Favorite SpongeBob season? 3. Definitely 3.
For me, it's 2.
Saddest and scariest films? I don't know. I mean, Drawn Together movie was pretty scary, but not for the reasons I thought. It was also pretty sad, but not in the way they wanted.
I could answer that. Saddest movie for me, probably Mary and Max.
That was pretty sad.
That makes me cry every time. And scariest, Misery, Black Swan, or Orphan. Either one of those.
Yeah, Black Swan was pretty terrifying. Like, I thought he was being a little overdramatic at first, but I watched and like, nope, this is creepy. This is creepy.
Yeah. And keep in mind, I said you were overdramatic about some shit too, and I saw it. I'm like, wow, you're not wrong.
Like what?
I think Wimpy Kid, when you were talking about how they were like just a world of hurt, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's the one. That was the one where they like, someone else did this. Like, we did it first.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We had that discussion earlier too.
Yeah. For those who don't know, someone commented like, hey, on the Diary of a Wimpy Kid video, hey, that guy who does all those Diary of a Wimpy Kid character videos, he already did that. And we're like, well, we did it first. And then he looked at the dates, I guess, and he's like, oh, whoops. So I bet he's going to go harass that guy now because it's totally equal, right? It's not like he's just going to forget about it.
Fuck that. Fuck those people. I'm sorry. That's just not cool.
Yeah. We don't steal ideas. We just borrow them. I'm kidding. I don't believe in reviewer dibs, though. But if someone takes our points exactly, like freecreditreport.com or
1 Hour
One Hour Photo
yeah.
especially, then we have to canon. That's the only time we really want to canon.
That's the problem though. Like, and it's good. It's like valid. It's not just like, oh no, they did it before us. Like no, like we don't go by that mentality.
Yeah, like there was a Dave the Barbarian video. It was like, remember Dave the Barbarian, but it was like really surface level stuff. So we're like, we can do that.
And someone tried to do a retrospective like every episode review, but they canned that very early on because it wasn't gaining as much traction as someone's Sonic videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that we've covered literally everything. We also kind of did like a little subtle Dave the Barbarian versus the network in there.
Yeah.
That was not fair.
Because we had an idea for a Disney Channel versus the network kind of thing before we settled on Nicktoons because it just seemed like easier for us, if I recall.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Yeah.
And then Weird Al was safe for last because that I think is the most screwed over show just ever.
Good God.
So there's another one I want to do at some point. Not necessarily versus the network, but just, I guess that'd be no other better place to put it. Have you ever heard of coupling? So when Friends was going away, they needed a new sitcom to replace it. And NBC settled on the show called Coupling, which was an adaptation of a British show. They took the original scripts and everything and then hyped it up like crazy, saying it was going to be a guaranteed hit for many years to come. It lasted 4 episodes. And it's because of, like, they butchered it. Like, it was the same script, but they just did a terrible job.
Wow.
And because of the racy content, people got scared away from it, and the actors were not very good. So they couldn't deliver the dialogue well. And everyone has since started pointing fingers, blaming at each other for it, because it was one of the biggest NBC disasters of all time. Even get a load of this, the BBC, specifically BBC America, actually ran ads saying, hey, as soon as the American coupling is over, we're going to air the real one, the UK one, to show you that it's not our fault. That's what the ads would say. And sure enough, let's say hypothetically, coupling would air at 7 o'clock. 7:30 would have the UK one on BBC America. They were ultimate trolls, BBC.
Wow.
Thoughts on CinemaSins?
Just too cliche for my liking.
Yeah. That's why I subbed you guys. You care about obscure cartoons that no one would care for. Thank you. What's your least favorite thing in the animation community? I don't know. I guess reviewer dibs. I hate that.
Yeah, reviewer dibs suck. I'd probably just agree to that. I don't really know. I wouldn't know too much. I think if there's one. No, I can't think of anything. I thought I had something, but I don't.
Yeah, it's most prevalent in the animation one, but it's also in other review ones as well. Yeah. Have you watched X-Men Evolution? No, but I remember that being aired a lot on Nicktoons Network. Ooh, this is a heated one. What do you think of Cosmodor? Scum. Glad he's gone.
Yep.
Yeah. We actually for an upcoming themed month in May or week.
You'll figure it out yourself.
I'm not saying what it is. I'm not saying what it is, but we have a very brief mention to Cosmodor, just like a super fast one.
Yes.
Remember Tom and Jerry Tales? Honestly, not really.
No.
Yeah.
You okay there?
Yes. Just had to get comfortable. But you know what they say, you can't overlove your underwear.
What?
It was from a Fruit of the Loom commercial.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, that explains a lot.
So, you know something crazy? I was going through this Mandela effect video thing, and they were talking about, like, the Fruit of the Loom logo doesn't have a cornucopia, but everyone seems to remember it. How does that happen? It's like, yeah, how does that happen?
Yeah.
Because it's not like they saw a video of it online or a picture or something. There were people who said, I learned what a cornucopia was because of the logo.
What?
But it never had it on there. So it's like, how does this happen?
I don't know, dude. What? Maybe we'll figure it out someday. But I don't know.
It's still a mystery. Those guys are dorks. Yes, but they're my dorks.
I love that episode. Thoughts
on Ellis Mark? I don't really know. I don't watch a lot of his stuff, honestly. He seems all right.
I like his reviews. It's just I just feel bad for the poor kid. He's like just kind of wasting his childhood away, low key.
How'd you feel about drawing together changing casts like Persona or Digimon? I don't think it'd really help it. And besides, we've kind of grown really attached to the characters anyways.
Yeah.
They need to be done well. Thoughts on Alpha J? Depends on his video.
I haven't seen any of them.
Thoughts on RPGs like Madfather Yume Nikki?
Those are like the game maker Japanese things. They're pretty good. I played Yume Nikki, and I remember playing this one called Ib with my cousin a long time ago. That was really good too.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it because I don't really know what those are. Even if Cosmodor wasn't a pet, it would still be a piece of garbage. Absolutely.
Yep.
That is 100% true because he was a pretty bad guy in the community. And now his channel's wiped, and the only thing that's really left of him are the call-out videos and the podcast he did of Pie Guy Rules, where the pinned comment is Pie Guy saying, "We did not know about this at the time. We're leaving this up, but do not try to contact him. He's a terrible person." So good on you, Pie Guy. You're one of my favorites for a reason. He's also semi-retired, like Hardcore Kid. I feel bad for him, though, dude. Like, he's trying to do new things, like live streams and kind of reviewing the Emmys right now is his big thing. He's trying to see if they're justified, and no one cares.
Wow.
Like, no one's tuning in. They're even saying, go back to the old stuff. It's like VeggieTales Abridged all over again.
Like, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. He even mentioned that he went back to Bottom of the Bakery just to finish it off, and he was saying, it feels good to be done, but I want to move on to other things. I'm not really as much of a reviewer anymore.
Yeah.
And he tried to do the streaming service reviews, but all anyone wanted to see was every season of SpongeBob reviewed, even though he said he was done with that. Maybe it's because we went through the same thing with VeggieTales Abridged.
Yeah.
But I really have strong sympathy for the guy. That's why I'm actively pushing for people to give his new stuff a chance, because I've been there. In the event of Drawn Together returning, do you think there's a potential for Captain Hero becoming a parody of evil Superman? We actually had that in the episode Gay Bash. We had Bizarro Captain Hero.
Yeah, we saw that.
Bathroom and bus station not considered Bizarro. Come on, if you're in a bus station that looks like Bizarro World, you have to assume you're in Bizarro World, right? Cosmo mentions my birth month too. I am sorry. Yeah, it's like a blink and you miss it thing. We're not a drama channel. We don't want to go into that stuff.
No, not even if we have literally no other option for like other stuff to talk about. That's like the last thing we want.
Because I wanted to do a Ben the Looney thing, like going from his beginnings to his future, culminating with an interview with him, getting his side of the story. But I think that would attract a lot of negative attention and drama stuff, and we don't want any part of that.
Yeah.
Especially because it seems like Ben isn't really in a good place right now.
No.
A lot of his recent videos have been like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. And, I really did grow up watching this guy ever since, what was it, 2012?
Me too. Like, I watch his stuff all the time. But to be fair, he was more of a scapegoat for me because it's like just like he was the only rancher that didn't swear. So that's kind of why I watched him. But still, like, I enjoyed his stuff mildly, like over dramatic, yeah, a little bit controversial, yes, but at least he had like a good raw energy to him that you just have to respect on some level, I guess.
Yeah. But we were talking about this when the Shrek 4 video came out. The Ben we used to like, he's not around anymore. He changed. He swears a lot now. He's a pothead. He's really into sex stuff.
I mean, nothing wrong with that, but it's just like the way he portrays that is just a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, his new persona is kind of creepy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Especially like how mellow his voice is. His voice got higher as time went on, kind of like what happened with Christian.
Yeah, because I think it's one of those like social things, because like I think there is a study that's like showing like when you're not really socializing with that many people, you have less of an opportunity to like mature, and it kind of plays an effect on like your voice projections as well. So you kind of like regress almost.
I didn't know. Or I did know that. We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that. Like I think it was the same discussion.
Yeah, it was. That's when I first heard about it. Yeah, but it's kind of like I since have looked up and they said the same thing happened to Chris Chan. Cause like he used to sound like this.
Yeah, I was like, what do you have against the handicapped people anyway? Like, he kind of sounds like Tom Grape from VeggieTales almost.
I find that very disrespectful.
Like, wait, the black and white. He sounds like someone from the actual Grapes of Wrath movie.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a John Steinbeck character.
And then he goes on to sound like this. Yeah,
He goes from John Steinbeck to South Park character. Like, just like that. It's fucking weird.
Friendly faces everywhere. Humble folks without temptation. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to do that Ben video kind of as a way to talk to him, honestly. I wanted to do was Nostalgia Critic ever good, which first of all, I couldn't make the script work. Second of all, that whether you love or hate Channel Awesome, you're in a camp with a lot of toxic people.
Yeah.
And I don't want any part of that. Like Cinematic Venom had that happen to him.
You brought that up in the rejected video.
Yeah.
That was like #1.
And Pokemon Bridged, I had the script written and I canned it because I'm like, no, I don't want this. This is too negative. The thing is, I'm not involved in it. I don't know these people. And also, like, this isn't a statement on trans things at all. All I'm saying is Noah King is trans now. And for whatever reason, a lot of people are really mad at that. And, like, some people blame them, I guess, him now. I don't know what pronouns they use, so... they blame Noah King for upending Elite 3, which isn't true.
That's also kind of fucked up too. Like when you feel for like having that be like a point to like the downfall, it's like I don't know. That's a little bit.
Because Mike, the guy that ran it, One Kids, he was saying that when Noah King was gonna, I think let's just call them Jesse by their original name.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a dead name, but that's the name I know for them. So
it's a gender fluid name too. So
yeah, Jesse, when they went up to Mike from One Kid saying, "Hey, I'm going to transition," his first thought was, "Crap, now what are we going to do for the show?" And so there was an impact on there, but that's not the reason they ended. The reason they ended is because Mike was off his rocker. Of course, now he's seemed to gotten better, and he tried to relaunch One Kids to no avail because people would not let him come back. But we don't want to tell that story.
No.
Like, I want somebody to tell the story and like read off that twit longer and kind of go through everything. But we don't want it to be us.
We're not fit to do it. Like,
Yeah,
especially with the kind of stuff we do on a regular basis. Like we're just not equipped.
Yeah, we don't feel like that's our thing. Yeah, we're not those guys.
What's up?
I just got a really weird offer on some tape things. So I need to get your guys' opinion on something, okay? So you guys know I collect a lot of VHS tapes. And if you don't, now you know. Basically what I do is I buy lots, and I do mean lots, like a whole bunch, usually 40 at a time, from random places, and if they have something interesting on them, I keep them. If not, they get recorded over, and I give the copies to friends or people who want to buy one from me. So basically what I'm thinking of doing is when I get these new boxes of tapes, I make a video out of them, kind of showing you guys the cool stuff I found. And you'll see my reactions live. Of course, they'll be edited down so that there won't be any dead space of me going, yeah, okay, I'm fast forwarding through this. Of course, I'll probably play it up a little bit for the camera. But is this something you'd want to see? Not as like main stuff. So this wouldn't be instead of reviews. This would just be side content that'd get posted like once every 2 months or so, just as like a little short video on the side. What do you guys think? Let's see, did we watch any of the Digimon shows?
I have not.
I have not either. I didn't really grow up. I didn't grow up in a Digimon house. I grew up in a Pokemon house.
Same here. I grew up with Pokemon.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
I don't know. I'm just going with a cliche choice of a Piplup, probably. Again, that's just like from memory.
Mine's Voltorb. Always will be. Voltorb supremacy. Thoughts on Turning Red? Haven't seen it, and I honestly don't plan on seeing it.
I saw it, but I don't really want to like talk about it too much because it's like it's not like Luca where it's like I just legitimately just didn't like it. It has some good elements to it. Like it's competently made. It actually has a story, unlike Luca. But I think it really just has a problem with like the the immersive setting of the 2002 period. Right. It doesn't feel like 2002 aside from like the songs, and even then like the original scores just sound like they could just be modern music.
Yeah.
Not like strategically like early 2000s pop. And also like there's some like weird like there's also some minor issues with the story and message it's trying to convey, but again, like I'm not really gonna go into it too much. I've kind of just like sort of kind of moved gear away from watching a lot of the Pixar movies right now. Mostly because like I guess you could say I am sort of growing up almost. But
well, you are. You're really an adult.
Yeah. Like and like I kind of I'm drawn to different kind of stories now. Mm-hmm. Like all that kind of like I hate to defame Pixar by saying like kiddie stuff, but that's kind of what it's sort of become for them these days. Like they're definitely way more toned down than they have any right to be.
Right.
Which is weird because they were always like G-rated. They were always a G-rated studio, but they always had like very dark, like existential undertones to them, right?
Yeah.
But they kind of don't really have that anymore. At least not a lot.
Let's see. Thoughts on Ordinary Gamer? Honestly, don't know what that is. Most disturbing piece of media you've ever experienced? Mine's a little bit weird. The Hardcore Kids review of Boku no Pico, because I hate that kind of stuff. Like, I don't care if you call it yaoi or call it what it is, pedophilia. I hate it. So, like, I can't stomach that stuff. Even the review, I couldn't get through it. I'm like, nope, I don't even want to picture this out. So, yeah, that's what did it for me. What about you?
I don't know. Disturbing? I'm trying to remember like what was like the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. I'm pretty I think it's kind of fucked up to say I'm pretty desensitized with a lot of this kind of stuff. But if we really had to select one thing, I guess anything like I guess like gore fest like deep web sex tapes would probably do it for me. That's like the only limit I have. That's about it. That's like the furthest I can probably get.
Right. Have you seen The Ghost of Molly McGee? That name sounds familiar.
It's a new Disney cartoon.
Oh, then no, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. It has a decent premise, just some. It's like some girl like. It like befriends this ghost. It's kind of like a curse going on that she's the curse or something. I don't know. It's kind of like a, I guess, modern new age Billy and Mandy kind of thing, except it's just like one girl and a ghost rather than two kids and the Grim Reaper himself. But I don't think it goes like as far as that show did. Speaking
of which, we're legitimately going to do a character quest on Fred Burger, by the way.
Yep.
It's on the Patreon raffle list, so whoever wins a Patreon raffle, they can choose a character quest on Fred Burger. It's only $2 every month to enter. Spy X Family, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
What is your favorite Star Wars films, and what do you think of Clone Wars? Clone Wars, awesome, whether it's the Genndy one or the computer one. Favorite one is Empire, for me.
I always have a difficult time figuring out. I like the original trilogy in like equal terms, I guess. Mm-hmm. It depends on my mood, really. And I also really enjoy Clone Wars as well. In fact, one of the videos I wanted to do was talking about Genndy's Clone Wars, because I hadn't really seen anyone really go in depth with that miniseries.
Yeah.
Like, everyone talks about the CGI one, but for good reason, too. That's a fucking amazing show, but, like, I haven't really seen people really talk about that original Clone Wars. But
the only one I've seen is TV Trash, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, for me, I'd say favorite to least favorite is Empire, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Deathly Hallows, remake of New Hope, and remake of Empire.
I don't have the energy to rank them right now.
Yeah, so you can just steal mine.
Yeah, for now. I might have a more definitive ranking when I do my.
Do you like regular show?
Other Star Wars videos I'm going to do pretty soon. I won't say what it is, but I'm doing a Star Wars video.
Yeah. Do you like regular show? I liked it at the time. I just haven't seen it in so long. Honestly, I lost like touch with the show, and I tried to come back, but I missed too much. I did see that finale though, and that was soul crushingly sad.
Oh God, I really enjoyed regular show. Like I was like one of my favorite childhood delicacies, I guess. And it's interesting because I kind of felt like that was like one of the shows where I really felt like cartoons were maturing with me at the time, because they actually did like have a little bit more like, I wouldn't really say progressive humor for a kid's show, but it definitely like pushed the envelope a little bit, even though it really just only relegated to mild swears. But
yeah. Oh yeah, this is another reason we didn't want the Ben the Looney stuff. Jordy the Chill Mean Cookie brought this up. He did lewds of minors, like I told you.
oh right,
I think Lisa Loud was one of them.
yeah,
And then he also defended Shadman. That's another reason why I didn't want him on. I actually found out about the Shadman thing because I knew about the looting of minors. I was part of that backlash, which is kind of crazy because I used to be a big fan of his. But I found out about the Shadman thing in looking up, like, okay, how bad was Ben really? Do we really want that? And then when I saw the Shadman thing, like, yep, nope, all right, deal breaker.
yep,
I mean, looting minors is already like a deal breaker, but that was like a super deal breaker.
yeah.
Like, all right, nope,
Fuck that.
No. Oh yeah, SpongeBob plushie stuff says also drew lewds of the characters from Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi.
Oh, that's fucking. That's like the worst example.
Aren't they like 12?
Yeah, but his excuse is like that. I think I remember you brought it up when you were talking about how he tried to defend that. He was like, "Oh, but they're based off of the likenesses of like adult like Japanese music artists."
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, but they're aged down in the show,
and they aren't the music artists. They're like fictionalized kid versions that are over dramatized. And plus, there's another thing where he's like, I think the Lisa Loud one where he's like, "Oh, well, I aged them up in this image." It's like, you're still thinking about a 3-year-old this way, man.
Like that's like the whole moral stance really starts to get like, oh God, like confusing and also just like so fucking obvious, you know? Where it's just like, God damn, what's your fucking thought process here?
Like without getting into too much detail, I have a family member, not like my household, but extended family that was a victim of that. So like I hate that stuff, man. Like I do not tolerate that kind of stuff. So yeah, that was a deal breaker for me and Ben. Like I'm still subscribed to him, but I don't watch any of his videos. I mostly just kind of stay there to see what he's up to, especially because he's kind of falling apart. I think that might actually be why his voice is getting higher, because he's not social.
Also, I guess on a happier Hi Puffy Amiyumi topic. Did you know that like the creator of that show is actually the head of Warner Brothers like TV animation now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just found that research. I thought that was kind of interesting. Like you never really, because like the CEOs or like the heads never make their own shows. But that's like the only time in my recollection that there's like an original creation from the actual head of like the department.
Oh yeah, McCartney's Soul. That reminds me of his hottest cartoon girls list or something.
The hottest animated women.
Most, if not all, of the girls were underage. I've only watched that video once, even when I was a big fanboy of him, and like, this is creepy. I actually did not know that, so thank you for pointing that out. That actually makes it so much worse.
I can quote that fucking thing.
Please don't.
It's a 3-way tie. Ami, Yumi, and Julie from Hi Hi Puppy.
So, this isn't a defense. I will underline that. This is not a defense. But I just want to point out that Doug Walker made the exact same video. And he gets no flack for it. And he has Sailor Moon and Ariel, who are definitely, like, teenage-ish.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon's 14, and he's like, I swear I didn't know. Like, yeah, okay, I'll let that slide, but you're Doug Walker. We can't trust anything you say from the Justin Carmichael thing.
Yeah. Damn, this got fucked. This screen got fucked up pretty fast. Didn't it?
For all 14 people watching, this must be getting crazy. All right. Well, I think it's time for us to wrap
We
it
should
up.
definitely fucking wrap up.
All right. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
I've actually got